Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. It's February 19th. My name is Amo. I'm here to do your morning crypto, altcoin, Bitcoin, all things related to crypto analysis. All right. So let's get to it. Before we do that, for those of you who are watching this on YouTube for free, please do hit the thumbs up. It really helps us grow as a community, reach out to other people, and get the word out of who we are, what we do, and what we're about. And so what we're about, folks, if you're not aware of, is you could go to thealphatrades.com, read our description of exactly what kind of community we are, what kind of analysis that we put out. For our Advantage membership, which is our paid membership, you'll get 2 daily videos a day on market updates in crypto. You'll get live video Q&A sessions for Advantage members, again. And we have tons of channels right here, if you look, where we provide updates for our Advantage members, whether it's our 5K count challenge, which I'll go over in a second, whether it's our Alpha Indicator Suite, which is our proprietary indicator that Harry, one of our moderators, built, the Bitcoin trading section, which has all the Bitcoin stuff related, whether it's talking about things that are happening in Bitcoin, news events, technical analysis, fundamentals, intraday movements that are happening, potential scalp opportunities or short or long opportunities, all kinds of stuff Bitcoin related. And same thing on the traditional altcoin side. Traditional altcoins are your, Ethereum, your XRP, all things non-DeFi and non-NFT are in here. And then we have the DeFi and NFT area right here where we discuss things like, say, Theta or Link or Band, FTT, all these different, DeFi related tokens or exchange related tokens are all in here. Okay. Then of course we have our equity side where I still put out a bunch of information regarding what's happening in the stock market. So all this you get for the price of $97 per month. Okay. In my opinion, that's a steal. The 2 videos a day alone are, in my opinion, again, a fantastic addition to your own analysis, right? So we're not a signals group. We don't tell you to buy or sell. I tell you exactly what I'm doing in the market, and you can follow if you want to. But I provide detailed updates, right? I provide very detailed updates of letting my members know exactly why I'm getting into the market and which asset and why, and then where I'm putting my stop and taking profit, etc. Okay. Why do I do that? Well, because I want to be fair and open to show people that this is what I'm doing. And one of the ways that I've done that, made the whole challenge open, is this 5K account. So on December 30th, 2020, I started off with $5,000 in one of my accounts. And since then, we kept building and building, and I did live videos every single day. And as you can see, this is our whole playlist right here. This is accessible to Advantage members every single day. Okay, so every single day they can see the progress of this account. So you can see, start off with $5,000. We went to 7,900, 9,800, 15, 15,600, 18,000. Then we came back hard, 9,200. Again, crawled our way back, 11,000, 9,600, 12,000. Then we slowly got back to 11, and then 12, and then let me see, 14, 17, 17, 22, 23, 19, 20, 23. Okay. And so today our account value is currently sitting at 24,500. Okay. And I've told Advantage members and I've told the free side multiple times that 3 of my biggest spot holdings are FTT, ETH, and Serum. Advantage members know exactly why those are the ones that I'm holding. But if you want to find out, come join our Advantage membership. And then aside from that, the other way I grow these accounts is I take levered trades, trades where I can see what's happening in the market and take trades from level to level. For example, a couple days back, I took some of these trades right here, BTC, DOT, ETH, and SRM. These are all leveraged positions, and all of them did tremendously well. We netted about a $3,500 profit, and I just reinvested some of that back into altcoins. Okay, this is how I go about trading in the 5K account and showing my Advantage members how this challenge is done. Okay, so all in all, as you can see, as of this morning, we're almost up 5x 5x in less than 2 months. Okay. And again, this challenge is not about, how much money I can make. It's honestly about proper capital preservation, how to manage my risk, how I show people how I'm placing stops and taking profits and managing, even my emotions in the market when the market is breaking up, breaking down, etc. Okay. So all those things, in my opinion, are critically important for the Advantage members to see how I go about this account. Okay. So anyway, that's one of the other things that you get. All right. Okay, so let's get to the analysis, right? We got a lot to talk about. We've now had Bitcoin pretty much tag $53,000. So in my previous videos, I told Advantage members that I believe that R1 around 53,000 was going to be tagged, and quite possibly around 54 to 55. Why? Because see this rising wedge right here? See, this is a failed wedge, meaning it failed to push us down. So if you fail to push us down, then what do? Well, okay, you take the measured move from here, and then you go to the point of breakout, which is right around this area right here, and you say, okay, if the rising wedge failed, let's go to the other side and see what the measured move might be. Well, from here on up, that should take us to about $55,000. Okay, so from a measured move standpoint, we still got a little bit to go. I don't think the move is done. Now, is it possible that maybe we chop around here, I don't know, break down a little bit more? Yeah, it's very possible. Measured moves don't necessarily mean that markets have to go up just because a pattern fails. Okay, markets don't have to do anything really. They could do whatever the heck they want. But more often than not, when you have patterns like this play out, whether it's the downside or upside, you can get pretty close to that measured move. Okay, and in this case, we are pretty darn close. We hit 53,000. The measured move is 55. So maybe we get up a little bit higher and maybe tag that level. We'll see. So I think at present moment, right, it's clearly visible that BTC has been really just, inching up higher and higher. And most altcoins rather, have not been moving to the same degree that BTC has. And a larger, sort of testament to that is Bitcoin dominance. Okay, so Bitcoin dominance is sort of the one differentiator that you should understand why the markets are acting the way they are in terms of their macro correlations. Meaning, if Bitcoin is going up, right, are there other altcoins that are following it up, or are the other altcoins going sideways, or are they retracing? See, a lot of those correlations you can actually understand by what's happening in the BTC dominance, and then of course the BTC pairs on the other side. So my understanding of dominance at present moment is that dominance continues to go down. Okay, however, it's not going down at this kind of accelerated rate. If you look right here, it's actually gone up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down, right? So this sort of grinding like movement that we've had right here has allowed BTC over the past several days to gain more traction in prices, as you can see right here, versus say other altcoins, meaning other altcoins are unable to break out because Bitcoin dominance just won't take a crap and just dump. Okay, so what's happening right now is unless dominance really just stalls or maybe moves sideways here and other BTC pairs move up, I would find it really hard for altcoins to start breaking out unless dominance and price itself calms down. Okay, I think this is also very visible via the ETH BTC pair. You can see ETH BTC has clearly started to roll over the last 2.5 weeks. And what this tells us is ETH USD at the same time is not able to break out. Now, like myself, and I'm sure many of you have been thinking, when the hell is 20,000, but 2,000 for ETH going to come? It seems like we've been waiting forever. And we have been waiting forever. I mean, back here, once we start to break out of here, right, we thought we would see an accelerated move towards 2,000, but that's not what happened. So I think two things are happening in ETH, and I'm going to talk about them real quick. Okay, so two things are happening with ETH, which are stalling prices from sort of accelerating higher. Number one, I believe there's obviously some play of Bitcoin prices moving higher and sucking in those money flows, and Bitcoin dominance obviously not pressing down. And number two, I believe that the market is trying to figure out uh, how clogged is the ETH system? Is it a detriment for the growth of the market? Because as you guys have noticed, ETH fees are extremely high. The system is clogged, right? And this is the same thing that happened in 2017. So where is the proper scaling to put ETH at the forefront of the ecosystem, the smart contract space? Well, at present moment, it doesn't look like that. It kind of looks like it's just sort of a defunct, not so great running product. Now, obviously, ETH is the second to none in terms of smart contracts, ecosystem products or projects rather. But it doesn't mean that people are going to put up with slow transactions, high transaction fees, clogged networks, etc. They're going to seek other alternatives. And so the other alternatives are there. I'm going to talk about them in a second, but I believe that that's what's happening right now in ETH prices. Is it's stalling because of not only BTC dominance, but also probably because of the fact that maybe the market's trying to figure out, hey, do we seek for an alternative other than ETH? Do we rotate money away from ETH into other projects that might be viable? I believe that that is an okay thing that the market could be doing right now. Okay, and it's totally reasonable, right, to seek alternatives. Now, the flip side, here's the thing: fees are high and the network is clogged because people are actually using it. People are literally using the ETH network over and over again, no matter how high the fees are. And one could make the argument that high fees are effectively a way of weeding out other participants who may not have as much money, and that's okay, right? So you can see, you can look at it both ways, in a positive and negative light. Now, for me, I don't think there's anything that's going to replace ETH anytime soon. Okay, it's going to do pretty great. I'm sure there's going to be competitors coming up. Whether you want to talk about the DEXs that are coming up or smart chains like the Binance Smart Chain, BNB as an ecosystem, Polkadot as an ecosystem. All these are coming up. I understand that, but are any of them being used to the same degree as ETH? Definitely not. Right. So I think at present moment, I believe that ETH at some point will hit 2000. I'm banking on it. I'm not giving you guys investment advice to go in and go long or anything, but I'm telling you guys I'm banking on it. Okay. Because I just don't see a viable solution for replacing ETH anytime soon. And so if we're not replacing ETH and we're heavily using ETH, then why the hell would ETH prices come down? Right. So at least temporarily, I'm still looking for more upside in ETH. I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I do believe that it will happen. Okay. Now, who are the alternatives, right? Well, I believe that there's this alternative right here, which is BNB. Now, BNB has been a complete monster. I mean, over the last several days, it has gone up like a damn rocket ship. Okay, the low literally last night was 194, and it took off all the way right now to 295. I mean, that is an insane movement. It's a 51% move literally overnight. So you could see BNB is in very, very high demand for two reasons. Number one, well, one, it could be used for its, Binance Smart Chain purposes, and two, BNB as a token, an exchange token, is clearly showing indications that, okay, well, we're anticipating, a longer bull market for the next several months or the rest of the year. And that means that it's very possible from here, we just appreciate price in BNB because it's going to be one of the key tokens that will appreciate because of user usage, because of the ability of integration with the Pancake Swap, Binance Smart Chain, all impacting positively for BNB, right? So you can see there's clearly, I mean, very, very high amounts of positive upside for BNB as a token. Okay, so you know, obviously it's gone up a lot. I really don't know when it's going to retrace, but boy, oh boy, I mean, it has just taken off like a rocket ship. So who knows? Maybe other tokens may follow. Other parts of the market follows, right? Like the other token that I'm invested in is FTT. FTT has gone up a lot. You know, FTT is currently at $31. We entered literally at $5.05. Okay, we're up 6x already. So you can see, you know, this is something I mentioned to my Advantage members. I see FTT as a, you know, longer term hold going into the summertime, going into 2021. All right. And I'm glad I held on to it. Okay. So FTT, in my opinion, is similar to BNB. With that, you know, being said, I don't know if FTT is going to outperform BNB in terms of percentage. Who knows? Maybe down the line it might. Okay. So I'm hanging on to FTT as, you know, one of my core positions. All right. Let me see. So we talked about Bitcoin. So some of the internal levels in Bitcoin, by the way, right? So we broke above this previous range high. Okay. Now what you want to do is from here, you do not want to break back inside this range. You do not. Reason being, if you break back inside the range, that would mean that this high was only cleared due to a short squeeze. And then it's possible that we start heading down a little bit further, maybe towards these lows right here, or maybe towards, you know, this area right here, which was a key SR level previously, which is $48,800. Okay. Either way, point is, you do not want to break back inside this mini range high right here. Okay, so keep an eye on that. Other than that, I mean, as long as we stay above this range high, I don't see why we can't head up towards 54, 55,000. Okay, you know, again, BTC is the one asset that is truly desired by institutions and hedge funds. So it has, you know, by far the biggest pull in terms of attraction from big investors. It ain't BNB, and it's not ETH, and it's not, you know, Link or anything as such yet. Okay, so, you know, I believe that BTC has always been, so far in this bull market, a great place to go long whenever you do have pullbacks. All right, let me see here. And there's all kinds of analysis that I've put out for my Advantage members. Like I gave this REN update. You know, I mentioned REN at the beginning of February, I think, or end of January. And REN is currently up 91%, right? Over here, LTC, this is another thing. I posted this even on my Twitter feed. I talked about if you believe that, you know, other altcoins are also going to reach their 2017 highs, well, LTC is about 80% away from its previous high. So if you think that you want to get into LTC because it's going to clear its 2017 high, that's a pretty solid opportunity to get back in. You know, ETH I've been talking about, you know, over and over again. I still believe 2000 is going to come. FTT, of course, is the token that I believe, you know, is still going to achieve great things. Let me see here. Talk about ETC, talk about all kinds of stuff. So again, you know, all this stuff is available for our Advantage members. These are the perks that you get. Okay, so make sure y'all join. All right, join the Advantage membership. Hit the thumbs up, and then of course, you know, finally we have our Alpha Suite indicator, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how I use this indicator and how it works. Okay, so number one, we have 3 different components for the indicator. We have the trend maker, which you see these ribbons right here, and these moving averages. This is a moving average SMA based indicator. So it helps you understand the context of the market by utilizing, you know, moving averages and SMAs. Okay, with of course a special formula. The other part of the indicator is, you know, this swing indicator. We call it the swing indicator because it helps you identify swing positions that you can jump in and out of based on how the indicator matches that up. And as you can see from back here, we got a swing bull position, okay, to enter long right over here around $36,000. Okay. From there, as you can see, we have not gotten a swing bear position, meaning a swing bear signal. So this whole time, as per this indicator, you could have been long and you could have done great. And guess what? I am long from the standpoint right around here. I actually got in just a little bit earlier, but seeing the swing bull indicator give me that confirmation was even better. So we are currently long in a BTC long position all the way back from 35 to 36K. Advantage members in my community will tell you that. All right. There's timestamps and everything. And those that are using this indicator have seen the signal play out numerous times. By the way, this is not only applicable to BTC. It could be used for altcoins. It could be used for gold and stocks and bonds, anything really. Okay. So I use this at least, multiple times a day to give me a complementary understanding of how, my signals are matching up with these indicators. And the indicator down here is we call the Shepherd indicator. This is your RSI base, overbought, oversold signals, but also it helps you identify divergences. Okay, so for example, right here, this indicator actually identified a bullish divergence that was building. And as you can see, once price started to swoop in, with a bullish cross right here, this green arrow is effectively an indication of telling you that, hey, it might be safe to go long right here. Okay, or add to your long. Okay, so this is how I utilize this indicator. Again, fantastic indicator. You can check this out on our website, thealphatrades.com products page. It's 100 per month or 1,000 per year for non-Advantage members. But for Advantage members, you can get 30% off monthly and then 40% off yearly. Just shoot me a message if you're an Advantage member, and I'll give you the coupon codes for this. Okay. That's all I got for y'all. Okay. Take care. Cheers. I hope this analysis was helpful. Hit the thumbs up. All right. Peace.